So, Gecko Man, what's been going on?
Well, me trying to find shows to watch.
Found any good ones?
I mean, I found this show called Amphibia,
Okay.
a better Owl House, I'll say.
Oh,
Much
I'm
better.
watching Owl House, so have to check it out.
Yeah, I would say it's much better than Owl House. Not as good as Gravity Falls, of course.
Well, nothing is.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think it does meet its quota for its type of show.
Okay. Is it
There's
the same writers?
I do know there's some Gravity Fall people working on it.
Noise.
So I don't know exactly who or what, but there are 3 seasons. Hasn't finished yet, but I had just watched the last episode and it was actually really good.
Noise.
Me personally, though, I would say the first season is just meh. It's okay. It's got its moments. Second season, almost every episode, I died laughing.
Okay.
Especially in one episode that I absolutely will never find anything else funnier than it.
Okay. Oh, I'll have to watch that.
They even do a very interesting aspect that I actually really liked. I didn't notice anything I didn't notice any mistakes that were made like the Owl House made.
Yep.
But I could be wrong. I'm gonna have to watch through the show again and double check. But other than that, I mean, yeah, it's a pretty good show.
What's the premise?
What's the premise?
Yeah.
Three friends get teleported to a land called Amphibia.
Guessing it's underwater.
No.
Oh.
The main character, Anne, is found by a frog family.
Okay.
And of course, as you know, it's a bunch of amphibians living on these lands.
Okay, I know.
She has no idea where her friends are. She wants to find them. So she's put on this quest to first, she wants to get out. She has this music box that teleported them. No idea how to work it and stuff like that. They try to find their way. Then they realize something else and it goes,
Okay.
whoa, whoa.
Whoa.
Some interesting turns in the show.
Sounds like fun.
And some very interesting stuff as well. So you have to, I would say when you watch this show, really look for stuff to kind of,
I generally do.
well, we all know you do. I'm talking to everybody else.
Oh.
Really look for stuff.
Okay.
It's a good show. It's also, I will say, I actually teared up in a couple moments.
Oh, you love tearing up.
Yeah, I do like tearing up, as we all know. I'm tearing up now.
I'm thinking about it.
But yeah. What about you? What?
So I've been watching Owl House.
And what would you like to say?
That's it.
Yeah,
It's fine.
Yep.
It's easy to not pay attention to. So.
Mm-hmm. And me personally, I think it was trying way too hard to be like Gravity Falls,
Yeah.
but it just did not meet those expectations. So,
Yeah, I mean,
especially for me after watching Amphibia, I have decided that I know how I want to rank these 3 shows.
yeah. I think, yeah, it just tries to do way too much.
Mm-hmm.
I think it could have told a really concise story with its main character and a couple of the other side characters. But it just tries to tell all these different stories, and it literally, you'll go episodes without seeing some of the characters that you think are like main characters, and you're like, what's going on with them,
Mm-hmm.
Then they try to write them out and figure out ways to explain it away and stuff, but it just, yeah, it needs to tell a simple story, and it does not. I like the music a lot, but that's about
Yeah.
it.
I mean, the fight scenes are actually kind of
Yeah,
cool.
the visuals are pretty good.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Okay. How about this? We talked about these two shows.
Yep.
Now let's tell them why. Let's talk a little bit about Gravity Falls and why it's better than these two shows.
Okay. Well, Gravity Falls. Where to start?
How about this? It tells a concise story.
Yep. And like it it tells a complete story too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Start to finish. It has its filler episodes, of course, like any show will. But
Mhm.
even the filler episodes, or like the filler episodes, don't take away anything.
Yep.
They don't always add. They don't always add, but like they don't change the characters. They don't.
Mhm.
They don't take anything away from the show like other shows do. Like they'll have filler episodes that change their characters and whatnot.
Mhm.
But I think so it tells a complete story, which is so unique for a TV show.
Yeah. Exactly.
So many TV shows, especially because they will not know if they're ending and whatnot. Like in the same genre, you've got like a Phineas and Ferb type, right? Great show, but I don't like the ending of any of the seasons because they never knew if they were going to be ending.
Mm-hmm.
And so the endings of seasons, they were trying to wrap all this stuff up, but they're trying to leave it open.
Yeah.
That's not the way with Gravity Falls at all. Like it's 2 seasons. They knew they were doing 2 seasons. They told the story in 2 seasons and they ended it.
Yeah.
On top of that, I think we probably have to say so. I'll let you.
Yeah. I would like to talk, please. I really like the characters and the use of the side characters as well.
Yep.
Like it wasn't story on top of story and stuff like that. It was like you said, they had like smaller stories in there, like the whole which one was it? The whole one where they're at the manor and Dipper is trying to capture the ghost, but then there's that small side story of Mabel and her friends trying to get that guy, which was entertaining.
Yeah, and I think on that note, each character is so archetypal that you can do things like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where you're not having different characters have to create a story. Like a character in and of itself can tell a single story, right?
Yeah.
Because they're so the way they are, right?
Yeah.
That you can have where you follow two separate stories, but exactly what each character is going to do because they embody who they are so fully.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can just have quirky things that happen, crazy things that happen, but it doesn't derail the show in any way, which is where I think it differs so much from Owl House. It's every character in Owl House they're trying to make them so many more things than what they are, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And be doing so many things that it just muddies the water,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And it just feels so different from reality, right?
Yeah.
Whereas, I can literally name people I know that are so similar to the characters in Gravity Falls, and they just remind you, or little things people do remind you of them all the time, and so it just makes it so much better. Even it's such good. It's why it's so good to quote, so good to talk about. It's it just is so like the real world.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The whole time you're just when you're watching this show, you see Dipper and Mabel. They struggle with something, and yeah, sure, maybe there will be some smaller thing that's going on in the background.
Yep.
But it doesn't try and change, like you said, who the characters are.
Mm-hmm.
Like Grunkle Stan is so good, and the way he is so good. It's just perfect.
Yep. Yep.
I think the ending for the characters was amazing. Even Bill Cipher was pretty good. Like he was.
He's a fantastic villain.
Mm-hmm.
And I think similarly, like what makes him so good is how uh hmm, how what's the right word? Like how simple he is with it, with being so complex.
Oh yes.
Like he's just a like his name, right? Like
Yeah.
Bill Cipher is literally what the show is, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And just like and like he embodies so much of that, but at the same time, like he's just like simple. He just does what he does. He makes deals with people, takes advantage of people. Like that's just what he does, you know?
Perfect episode is when Dipper made the deal.
Yeah, such a good episode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just a better show all in all than Owl House and Amphibia. This man here hasn't seen Amphibia yet, so
Nope.
I think you should watch it.
I probably will. Probably will.
Since we're kind of talking about these shows, is there any characters in the house that you liked or like right now?
I liked Lilith.
Lilith.
Lilith. I liked Lilith when like I first was introduced to her. I thought she was like, oh, this will be a really cool villain. And then when the twist happened, I was like, oh, that's a cool twist with this character. And then her character just randomly completely changed
Mm-hmm.
after that. And I was like, what? That's not who I had watching. So I did like her. Then now the villain, who is the villain now, or now is the villain. Anyways, Mr. Big Baddy, what's his name?
Whoa, I'm forgetting his name. Dagnabbit. Mr. Horned guy with the
Anyways,
creepy eyes.
I really like him as a villain. Probably my favorite character right now. And I've but then again, he seems to be changing, kind of like Lilith did. Where like when I first introduced him, like this is a cool villain. Like he seems to be, wanting like I couldn't exactly tell exactly what his plan was, but it was definitely like he was very like evil.
Mm-hmm.
And then it seems now he's like gonna be doing some bad stuff, but they're gonna turn him into like not more of a villain. What's it called? Like a sympathetic villain, where we're gonna have to like be like, oh man, poor guy. And
That's
I'm really hoping they don't fully go that way.
Then there might be an episode you actually like, a newer episode that hasn't been released on Disney Plus that you might like actually.
And then, yeah, but those are really I guess the illusion kid. He's pretty cool, but
I'm sorry, I don't like him. I don't like that.
like he's just like nerd.
Mhm,
I always like
mhm.
nerds. So.
Yeah,
Remind me of
understandable.
myself.
But yeah, so like I think like after watching the most recent episodes, I have just really fallen away from it. Like I'm just like not liking it. I'm still hoping they do something good with the villain, but I don't think they will. I saw. Did you? No, you probably haven't seen it yet. Have you made any predictions of the show before? Because I made predictions and I was so right on them.
Can't say I've been paying enough attention. So I haven't. I can probably like think about a few things.
And I'm pretty sure you'll get them right away because they don't do the best of hiding them.
Well, I think it's like the guard. What's his name?
The Golden Guard.
The Golden Guard's gonna be like good for some reason. And then have to fight short chick, other guard person, and then
Oh.
and then like the this convergence or whatever is happening, and it's gonna like try and like suck magic out of everything and bring the Titan back to life or whatever.
Okay.
That's about the only.
Well, how about we switch gears here?
Okay.
Favorite character in Gravity Falls?
That's tough. Seuss.
Yeah, he's a great
What?
character.
What?
I was gonna say Seuss.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not know that. I
Seuss
thought
is
you
a-
knew he was my favorite, right?
Yeah.
He's so good. Like,
Yeah.
just from the very first episode.
Walk into my car.
Just like from the first episode, and he's just like, it's a quandary to be sure.
All right.
It's a blessing in his face. And
He's just the perfect amount of like they do a good job of just not making him any stupider or
Right.
any smarter. He's just the way he
Yeah.
is. Favorite episode with him?
oh man, pterodactyl, bro. I got you, dudes.
Sure are a lot of stars out there.
Oh, I forgot. Oh my gosh, I love that episode. I'm pretty sure the mailman's a werewolf. Who? Oh, the. I think it's the pinball one.
What is the meaning without a high score?
But what is life next to the? What is the fleeting?
I forget
What is fleeting
exactly.
life next to the eternal?
Of a high score or something like that.
That's
Such a good line.
Yeah, that one, it could be that one. Like the one that like centers around him. The birthday one's okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's more just like moments with him, you know.
Yeah, I think my favorite moment with him is there sure are a lot of stars out tonight.
That's good. Mine is either when he faints. I got you, bro. I got you, dudes. Or
Oh, that's a good one.
or like
Oh, I am so on it.
yeah. Or like anything from episode 2. Like that whole episode is my favorite episode, and it's just he's just so funny. Yeah, work. Give me more of that.
I also like
You
the moment. I
rapscallion.
like the moment when he's you just got to move your body like a jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah.
He is so good. I think, to be honest, I think like almost you know what? No, every character in the show is really good.
Yeah.
Even the characters that you're not a big fan of, like they just still do a good job of each of those characters. Yeah, just a good show.
In case you see zombies, and in case you see a pinata.
Yeah, dude, is it cool like that I eat your brains or something? Even as a zombie, they still keep him in his normal Seuss self. It's great. You gotta admit, this is pretty cool. Oh, I love it. All right. What is your favorite moment? Like, was it a
favorite-
reveal? Was it Seuss, or was it
My
something?
favorite moment. I can think of some scenes. Like my favorite scenes. My favorite moment. I'd probably have to go with the reveal of Ford. Just
Really?
that whole scene's great, but yeah, just like Ford coming through and like just looking just like Uncle Stan was just amazing.
You gotta admit, though, Dipper's little screams throughout that entire episode.
Yeah.
It was great. I don't know. Like my favorite moment. There's a lot of great moments in the show.
Mm-hmm. One of my favorite moments is when the episode when he's running for mayor. There's just so many good ones in there.
Yeah. Yeah. If you guys haven't seen the show, highly recommend it.
Yeah, you have to watch it. It's like, what are you doing with your life? You haven't watched that show.
Yeah, like again, just to put it all in, just let's like wrap it up in like a nice, good ball of joy here.
Okay.
Like this show gives you great and funny scenes.
Yeah, like you don't know what happiness is until you watch it. Like
Oh my
you
goodness.
it's so joy was a great word. There's just so much joy in that show. And
Oh,
just like
yeah.
Mabel's character, it's literally what she is. It's just like happy. And then but like on top of that, it just tells an incredible story.
Mm-hmm. Tells an incredible story.
And like I said, every part of it is telling that story.
Mhm.
And there's things that like you look once you watch scene or like episodes later on, you'll think back to episodes and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, that's what that was all about, you know? And it just makes episodes you've already seen that much better.
Yeah. Yeah, just so good. Yeah, it's got the story is amazing.
Villain's amazing.
Yeah, villain's amazing. Side characters.
Oh, so many good side characters.
Oh yeah.
Wait, am I a side character? Do you ever think about things like that? And it's also just like so meta like that. Like
Yeah.
it talks about itself basically.
Yeah.
And like and then the lore is just so good.
Mm-hmm. Like Dipper trying to become a man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just like, and even when you don't see a certain character for a long time,
Mm-hmm.
there's nothing really that changes once you see him
Yeah.
again.
Yeah. And it's like only very, very side character. Like it's not one of your main, like you'll see your main few characters every
Mhm.
episode. Right. It might be for very short amounts of time, like when Wendy goes off and stuff, but
Yeah.
you still see them and they say why they're gone and
Mm-hmm.
and then it's like other side characters you don't see, but yeah, they're like the exact same. Or they're just like progressing in their story.
This dream goes nowhere, Toby. Get him. All right. This is probably a question.
Watch your glass. Watch your glass. Oh my gosh.
Oh no. Oh man, I forget the line. Oh no. Art wagons, 80s or something. I forget what the line is, but that's
They're circling the wagons.
or trap.
Or trap. Serious.
Okay, here's a question that people probably want to know. But favorite side character? My favorite?
Go ahead.
Get him! Get him! Get him! He doesn't show up that often, but every time he does, it's just so good.
My favorite side character. It might be Mr. America guy. He's saying the right thing.
Oh, that's
that
so
guy.
good.
Yeah. Oh no, my favorite character is Tad Strange. Strange is a name. Being normal is my game. Loving you, Tad.
Oh, that's so good. Let's see. You know, you gotta love that. I forget his name. Oh, it's horrible living with my dad. Ow! Who put that wall there? Ow! Ow!
Wait, what?
The Mr. Big Lumberjack guy.
Oh yeah, I love that guy. He's great. Wendy's dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
manly Dan.
Manly Dan. That's right. I'll show you how a real man does it.
Booping.
Yeah, like even let's talk about this one episode. This episode has been playing through my mind this entire time. And it's the Wax Museum.
Yep.
That episode, I love that
Episode 3. It's pretty good.
Like just the way Dipper is just trying to figure everything out is funny because
Yeah.
he's like, all right, we're going here, going here.
Yeah.
Then you just meet all these random characters, like even that one dude with like the casts in his arm.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's just like, oh.
And then like the dude that has the pizza shirt on all the time.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he's like gives him the package, and then he signs for the package, and then he just takes the package. He's like, oh,
Oh yes. Let's see.
and then of course there's enough about me, more me.
Oh man. Even the whole like, oh, what's it called? Sarcastic.
Yeah. No. Clap sarcastic.
That's too sincere.
Too sincere. To a slow clap.
uh, yeah. You know what's really interesting as well? They say things in the show, and then as they go on through the show, they'll even like the filler episodes, like there's nothing more bottomless than the bottomless pit.
Yeah.
In that episode, they do a whole segment of it where Dipper changes his voice.
Yep.
Think about it. In episode 3,
Mm-hmm.
they do a talk about Dipper's voice in that one.
Yep.
So good. Like, I love how they did that.
Yeah, they like so many just like jokes in the show, like when they talk about Dipper's voice cracking, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they bring them up later, or like height,
Mm-hmm.
they like bring up later, right? Just like things like that are, yeah.
That's a good episode too.
Oh yeah. Well, the next episode 4. Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, just yeah.
Is that cat really tiny? Is it just perspective? It's perspective.
It's perspective. Oh yes. Oh man. Seuss broom. Yeah, even Gideon.
Oh yeah, Gideon. He's great. Even like, yeah, I hate Gideon.
Yeah.
Like, you're supposed to hate Gideon, but like he's still so good.
Yeah. But the question is, who is
Who's
the
the
cat and who is the mouse? Seuss broom. And I even like how through that scene right there, Gideon is acting like a cat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. And even though like somehow I just want to say somehow Stan beats Gideon without using any of those of like
Exactly.
just like the maze of mirrors.
Yep.
Oh, just so funny.
And I love how Dan, like plays the stupid card so well. Like,
Oh,
you just
yeah.
like think he's oblivious to everything,
Mhm.
and like you, even when you learn that he knows way more than he's letting on, you still think like he plays dumb so well that you're just like he does it right,
Uh-huh.
and like he seemingly, because of that, almost seems like he beats Gideon by accident all the
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
even though he's clearly outsmarting him.
Mhm.
It's so good.
Yeah, and probably why is because of Grunkle Stan. I think Grunkle Stan is like my second favorite character because he's just so good.
Yeah.
And even talking about like playing the stupid card, his great
Ladders are more
escape.
dangerous than guns. That's why I have 11 guns in case some idiot tries to bring a ladder in here.
There's just some things a man's got to do to get through this crazy world called life. Yeah, just Grunkle Stan's escape. Oh,
Yeah, his
man.
escape is so good.
Yeah, and he still plays the dumb card.
Yep.
And you don't even know what he's planning
Oh,
throughout.
yeah, he's a grifter. That's what he does.
Yeah. You're going away for a long time. Can't we just wait like 15 seconds? Seconds? A minute and 15 seconds? 30 seconds tops. Yeah, and I think they even conclude all the stories for the characters. There are little stories that they have for each of the characters, like how they are so well.
Yep.
Like how Grunkle Stan is. They use it so well at the end. They even use the whole brother rivalry as a great way of defeating Bill. Oh man, just a good show. So now you understand why we think Gravity Falls is the best show on the planet.
Yep, and if you haven't watched it, hopefully we didn't spoil too much. But gotta watch it.
Yeah, great show. Watch it. Just put in the comments of what you think
and how much you love it, because we know you will.
Yeah. Like I don't even know how you can watch this show and not like it.
Oh yeah.
Like when I first saw it, when I first saw my brother watching it, I was questioning what it was.
Right.
I had no idea what it was. I thought it was just going to be just another show that I wasn't going to enjoy. Then I watched it. I was like, oh my goodness, this is so good.
Yeah. And you do have to get past the first episode. The first episode is fantastic. Don't get me wrong. But it's only fantastic, like, the more you get into it. Like, when you first watch it, it's just so different. You'll be like, what is going on?
Yeah, exactly. So
definitely, watch the first 2 or 3 episodes, and you'll get
that's
exactly,
why
you'll know what the show's all about, and you will love it.
Oh, that's why I always, every time I watch a new show, I always watch like 5 episodes just to see if I'll really like it or not. But yeah, so I think we really burned through our time on this one talking about Gravity Falls.
Yep, that'll always burn a little time. Yeah, we'll see y'all later.